Drizzle, 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 drizzle. Hey, it's me. It's your boy. It's your dude. It's your guy. Soft guy, bruh. The Drizzler himself. And I'm going to tell you like this. It's that Pt.4. It's that Pt.4, bro. It's that Pt.4, bro. And I'm coming back at you, man. Just so y'all can understand, man, that, hey, this what I do. You feel me? I'm here to be true. And I'm going to be true to you. So you can understand how to get it done and how to make it happen and maintain within your life and not deal with the bull. You want me to say it loud? The bullshit. The foolishness. So we're going to get back at it. You know what I mean? And it's all about single fathers right now. This is all talking about single fathers. What single fathers go through and what we have to go through in life and what we have to do, because I am a single father myself, truthfully, raising a daughter. Whew, sometimes it is not easy. And like, I don't mean that, oh, I'm a single father and she still knows she lives with me. She lives with me right now. She had a grandma, but she lives with me. And it ain't easy. I ain't saying it's easy. It ain't easy, but it's a blessing. Once you start realizing the blessing and the joy behind it, then everything turns out to be better for you. You start seeing where you can actually live your life and be happy and have your child and having a joy and a peace that you wouldn't even have just being alone or just out here chasing dreams and ghosts and a whole bunch of dragons. Because these fire-breathing dragons, they'll burn you up. So let's get into it, because this is one right here. Drizzle. Oh boy.
When it comes to a kid. So yeah, I probably don't need to be around kids like that. So, okay, so my last reason why you should not date a single dad if you are child free or childless is that the past will always come up a lot. And past meaning his ex. If you hate hearing about his exes, dating a guy with kids is not for you. I would definitely, mention that too. The past will always come up. So if the dad is always saying, oh, my ex used to do this, I can't stand when she did this, and, you kind of remind me of my ex when you do that, it's like the past will always come up in a situation. So if you're the kind of person that doesn't want to always be brought up when it comes to that, then definitely don't date a single dad. And here's a bonus reason, ladies. I think another reason why I personally don't want to
stop before we go further. That'll happen even if you dating somebody who don't have children. Just because of their last relationship, they might bring up, oh, you acting like my ex, or you acting like this woman that I was with before. Believe it or not, that happens anywhere it goes. So don't just be just thinking, oh, this because this man got children and he is a single father. This will happen just because you've been in a bad relationship before. Like, it's hard to find people who done been involved in going from relationship to relationship, and they haven't had bad relationships, especially when it comes down to females. You feel what I'm saying? And when it comes down to males, well, a lot of men don't even really talk about a lot of their past relationships, and only unless they have children by a female, because they can't actually deny the fact that they have children. Because we as men, we forget about a lot of relationships we don't have any ties and connection with. We good for that. We good. Oh, we severed that. That's gone. We ain't got no child. Oh boy, we didn't bite that bullet and keep it moving. But for the ones we got children with, that's something that's just a part of our life. It's like, you can't sever that. That's going to always be with us, even when a child grown. And I know this for a fact. I got grown children, so I know what it is. So, you know what I mean? Just getting back to what she's saying. Well, her little bonus, she said you got a bonus one on this.
Date a single dad too, is that he might have some emotional scars. Now, I had talked to a single dad, I think it was like last year or 2 years ago. I'll put the link for the video I did for that down below as well, from the time that I almost got with a single dad. A lot of his emotional scars will come up. Like, he was talking all the time, and he was married previously. He had a daughter, and he was married previously, and then when they got divorced, he dated another girl that they were, they dated or whatever for a while. But both his wife and also his ex-girlfriend, they ended up cheating on him. So when we were talking on the phone a lot, he will always say little things like, my wife did this, and, he would kind of like call me all the time. Like certain times a day, if I didn't pick up the phone and answer it, he will always have an attitude about that. Like he thought that I was always talking to somebody else. So make sure when you're talking to somebody, make sure that they are completely 100% healed from any traumatic or traumas that they had in the past, especially if they ended up getting divorced in a bad way. Like I said, the guy I was talking to a couple years ago, his wife cheated on him, and then his girlfriend ended up cheating on him as well. So he has that emotional, he doesn't trust a lot of women. So because of that, I felt like I was the brunt of that. Like he won't let the past with his exes go. So make sure when you're talking to somebody, period, regardless if it's a man or a woman, just make sure that they are emotionally 100% healed from any past traumas and past relationships that they've had, because that's definitely going to be coming back to you when you're going to be paying for that person's mistakes because of their situation or what they did. So that's probably a bonus reason. Just make
and I do hear what she's saying. Like, believe me, I get it. I mean, yeah, that happens. It happens because when you dealing with these females and they running around and they doing all kind of things, it's like majority of these dudes, we set ourselves up for that. I had to kind of watch that on myself and realize what type of female I was picking. Because some men, we have our types, and our types are cheaters. Just like women have their types, and their types are cheaters. And it's like a lot of the time, I promise you, a lot of the time, people don't want to date no one that's better than them. They don't want to date no one's better than them. Women really hate to date a man or be involved with a man that she knows for without a shadow of a doubt he's not going to be the type that cheat on her. He's not. That's because they like a drama. Females love drama. Don't get me wrong. They love drama. Majority of women I've met know they like horror movies, horror nightmares, horror, like suspense. And it's like horror movies, suspense, and romance. That's what they like. And all of that stuff, drama is included. With the romance, you got this woman who left her man, went out to the country and cheated with the cowboy. That's what it is. And then when it comes down to the suspense is, oh, let's see who he messing with next. Let's see who she messing with next. When it comes down to horror, okay, I want to see this dude, he want to kill a woman. He trying to kill a woman. He trying to kill a woman. He trying to kill a family. Like, this is the type of stuff they like. And then you try to make yourself think that this is not a part of this person's life. This is not the type of person this person really is. They telling you what they about and what they own. Our problem is we not really paying attention to what we dealing with. We fail to realize the fact that a lot of times the person, this is their personality. This is their character. This is the type of person they are. Whether we want to try to believe it or not, this is the case. So we get what we get. And like I said, a lot of these females don't want a dude that's better than them. They find dudes that better than them, they cut them off quick. When they know that dude ain't gonna do no wrong to them, that's the dude they don't want. He's not exciting, and they cut him off. Just to go find the dude gonna cheat on them with everybody, their best friend, their home. They need the drama. And then they cry that, it happened. That's what you wanted. No, that's not what I wanted. Well, when you had the good dude that wouldn't do it to you, you cut him off to get the dude that did do it to you. So you telling me what you want ain't what you really want? Make it make some type of sense to me, because I'm not getting what you talking about, woman. And when you do all that crying, I don't want to hear it, because you had what was good for you and you threw that away to get this crap. So that's on you. Drizzle.
Make sure they're 100% healed from that. So, y'all, that's my list.
And it's about adjusting to single dad life, or adjusting to life as a single dad. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. If this is your first time here, my name's Joseph Andrews. I'm just a regular single dad vlogging my life as a single parent. So much stuff to do. It's Tuesday, and it's like the biggest thing I dread, going grocery shopping after working all day, going to pick up Lily and everything.
And this to my melanated brothers. Believe me, melanated brothers, listen, I was trying to find some videos with us as black fathers being single fathers, but I'm not really fine. It's like, dudes, what is going on, man? Like, should I be the only one of us sitting here talking about what it is to be a single father? Am I the only one that exists, man? Come on, man. We got all the time in the world to do the wrong thing. We got all the time in the world to run behind these dragons, these fire-breathing dragons, and you got the freaking nerve to sit here and tell me you can't spend some time dealing with your children. I found one dude about one black dude, and guess what? He supposedly had adopted a child. This was a skit. They did a skit, which really kind of just was like at the end of it, I was like, oh boy, did we sad. We sad. A black dude who adopted a child, and it was a skit. Not a black dude who had his own children. There's plenty of us dudes. There's plenty of us. We should be more than us doing this type of stuff and actually letting the world know that we are fathers and we do take care of our children too. Like, this is what the case is. I know I was raised by a black man. Was my father. Like, he was my stepfather, but he was still there as a father to me. And he raised me. Even after my mom left this world, this man still took care of me. I can never go back and let these women talk their crap when I know that a man that wasn't even my biological father raised me to be a man. And then my mama left this world when I was 16 and this man still took care of me. I can remember when I was like 27 and this man got on his knees and told me, I've been your father and I took care of you all my life. I will not see you just lose your life and keep on going to prison and lose your life in these streets. Do not give up. Like, I'm talking about when I say in tears, this man did this. This thing shook me and woke me up to let me know just that somebody loved me, and he loved me for all the many years, and he just wasn't willing to just say, hey, I'm just going to allow you just go out here and throw your life away when you were more than just that. That it's going to be someday, it's going to be some children that's going to need you in their life. So come on, let's get this. Let's get with the program, fathers. Let's be fathers. Even if these women don't want it, bump them. Be fathers to your children. Even if these women try to stop you, bump that. Still be fathers to your children. Because I promise you in the long run, it's going to come out, boy. I'm telling you, boy. Listen, you going to thank me. You going to thank me. You going to thank me when you do this. I promise you. Because what you going to get back from far as love and far as care and admiration from your children gonna be worth more than gold. It's gonna be worth more than gold just to do the right thing by them. And do the right thing by them. Just remember that. I promise you, you'll be like, dang, this dude was dead up. Right.
She had pajama day at school today, so that was a plus. Want to say hi, love? Why are you wearing PJs?
Because it was pajama day.
So today was pajama day, and that's always a plus because I don't have to get her dressed in the morning. She's already dressed from the night before, obviously, so that saves me so much time in the morning. I'm going to make a list for the store. We're going to go grocery shopping and get some stuff, and then I'm going to come back, and we're going to hang out a little bit, and yeah, I want to talk to you guys about something. It's about, like, adjusting to single dad life or adjusting to life as a single dad. Let's go grocery shopping. You guys want to go with me? We'll do it real quick. I've been a single dad now for a little over a year. I've lived on my own. My ex moved out a little over a year ago. We separated. We've been divorced now since I think August of last year, roughly, sometime around there. Recently, I've become a full-time single dad indefinitely, and it's been...
And the reason why I really chose this video, like this is pretty much the last one for this saga right here. Uh, it's the reason why I chose this one is because basically he relates more to my life. Basically, I mean I never been married, but I've been a single father for like I mean like for some years now. It's been years. It's just the fact that um I pretty much have been had my daughter in my life for over a year now. Like it's almost a year and a half now. Like just basically solely just being her sole parent, just taking care of her, responsible for her and everything, you know. And I do thank her auntie a lot. I thank her auntie and her uncle because they do a lot for her and they keep her a lot. So it's like it helps me. It helps me. Believe me or not, it helps me because I could do this type of content, whereas I can actually share my life some with you. But majority of the time I have her. She be with me. So that's why all the time I can't be doing this. I have to tend to my child, I have to tend to my life, I have to tend to things that goes on with me on an everyday basis, you know. And I know in the near future that it's gonna probably be more and more of my life out here in the world and people can see for themselves exactly how I go about living and things. And it's like, believe it or not, to me, I think it's wonderful. I mean, I can't even complain because it's like it's been more of a joy to me than anything. Like, you know, shockingly and surprisingly, fathers, believe it or not, we miss out on a lot when it comes down to our children. And until I really got this you know be in my life like how it is now, I haven't even begun to understand the joy and all that I would miss out without being having my child in my life like all the time, like as much as I have her now. So yeah, it's true. But it's a good thing. It's a great thing. In the end, you gain something from it. You gain the ability to say and know that I am a good father and I can raise my child on my own without having even needing a mother. But it is. But still, it's not even if I don't need her. It's the fact that do my child need her? Do the children need their mother? See, this is what mothers need to start looking at. They need to start looking at the fact that whether or not, okay, it ain't the fact that whether you you need the fathers, do your children need their fathers? Stop being selfish, women, because y'all women are very selfish. Y'all so selfish that y'all so busy thinking about yourself, y'all don't never think, man, how much do my son need his father? How much do my daughter need her father? Like bumps me in my feelings, they need him. So I need to make sure that they're seeing him. You know what I mean? And you gonna see how much that's gonna free up you to be able to do a lot of things, not bog yourself down. Plus the responsibility of their behaviors and their attitudes and their emotions. Now that's he get that too. You get what I'm saying? So you don't have to bear the burden all by yourself because you want all the burden, but when things happen and it's good, you want to accept all of the reward and the accolade and the congratulations and all of that. But at the same time, when things go bad, you want to actually say, oh, that's when their father. How? When he ain't even got, you not even letting him have no place in their life. How is that working out? You mean to tell me, oh, it's the bad stuff, that's him and he don't even be around them. It's just you. Like women, stop being hypocrites, man. Stop playing catch up, stop learning. Ain't nobody playing with y'all.
Life changing. It was very hard in the beginning when she first moved out and I was by myself. I mean, you got to think of, there's so many changes in your life and you know, you're by yourself and you have this child with you that you got to take care of on your own, whether you lost your spouse and to death or whether you got divorced or anything like that. You got to think about the things where do you start? Where do you start as a single parent, as a single dad, especially as a single dad? I mean, with a child, you know, normally, like I said, people think the children always go with the moms and everything like that. And moms, I guess, are more nurturing and stuff. That's just how it is. They're moms. We're moms and dads. We're different. We're tuned different as human beings and how we take care of our young. That's just how it is. But dads can do it just as well as moms. And that's why I want to share these tips with you guys. So there's certain things, specific things like I wanted to talk about that we all have to think about when we are single dads with children. I mean, you got to think, we have to do everything now. I mean, it's a matter of getting your kid up to go to school if they're in school already. If they're not in school, I mean, how do you take care of that? You gotta figure out daycare. If you weren't already doing daycare, you got a job. If you got to go to your job, your kids got to be taken care of, whether you get daycare, a babysitter, things like that. What if your child gets sick and can't go to daycare? I had this happen to me last week. You know, you have to figure out, can you take off work? Do you have enough money to take off work? You're paying all the bills on your own. It's so overwhelming at first. I understand. Trust me, it's rough. But you have to sit and just think about things and just lay it out on the table and say, all right, how am I going to tackle these things one at a time, and be prepared with what you have. Be thankful, for one, that you have your child with you and you get to take care of them, and two, just look at the silver lining of things. I mean, and everybody's got a different situation that they're in and everything, but you got to overcome those things, because your number one priority now as a single dad, especially as a single parent, is that child. Things have changed. You got to suck it up and just move on and deal with it. And then another thing, as being a single dad, you have to worry about cleaning the house. You got to worry about doing everything. And I'm not saying like you possibly, maybe you did that when you were married or had your girlfriend, whatever, your significant other was living with you. Maybe you did the cleaning and stuff like that, so it's not a hard task or whatever. But at the same time, maybe you didn't do it. So I'm thinking maybe you didn't do that. You know, my ex, she cleaned the house a lot. She was a stay-at-home mom for the first few years of Lily's life. So yeah, she stayed at home. She cleaned everything. She did a lot of the dishes. I grew up as an independent child, an only child. My mom taught me when I was 10 years old how to wash clothes, how to wash the dishes, how to cook for myself for the most part. And so I think that's like the way I'm going to raise Lily. That's one thing you got to think about. You know, she's an only child. She has me in her life. I'm going to raise her how I was raised. I think those are good tools for when she's grown up enough to use when she's an adult. She's going to thank me for it again, you know, that she knows how to do these things. But that's one tough thing to tackle as a single father. While you have a child, you got to think of the time. You got to schedule the time in to do the laundry. Trust me, I'm the type of guy, I'll do my laundry and everything. But right now, I could go show you right now. I'm not going to, but I'd go show you right now. I still have clothes in the dryer from a few days ago. They're clean. They're sitting in the dryer. They're not folded or anything, but they're sitting in there. That's just how I am, because I have so many other things to do, to take care of, that are more important. The clothes will be fine. They'll be in the dryer. All I gotta do is hit the little spin cycle thing for like 5 minutes or something and heat them up, and eventually I'll get to them on the weekend or something. But those are things you got to think about to tackle. And then the last thing I wanted to hit up is the do's and don'ts as a single father. So like when you're ready to get back into the dating scene, there's things you got to think of that you want to do. Like, how do you introduce your child to that person?
And now I just want to just bring it to the end of this and just want to just kind of close this thing out, you know, because these are a lot of things that we go through truthfully as single fathers. You know, we have to keep to do housework, dishes, laundry, cooking, cleaning, take the trash out. You know, sometimes you have lawns you have to mow and keep the yard straight and just all kind of other stuff. So like, yeah, females, we know what you go through if you going through it as a single mom. But you know what? We ain't crying about it. This dude ain't crying about it. Honestly, I have to take it upon myself to say I have to be responsible. I think that what most females need to understand is the music that I have at the beginning of my video, literally, it's basically me singing the jingle to myself. I hit it raw. I didn't have second thoughts. Now I'm a single father. Now I'm a single father. You know what I mean? Like, so females, don't look at it like every time people jugging at you, because the truth of the matter is, men, we go through it too. And then I think that's just the way it is. We need to all understand that we all going through something. So we shouldn't be always trying to pass the buck or trying to make everybody else feel bad, because we got work to do with ourselves. And if you have children, you got another life, and you got to be responsible for that life, no matter whether or not the other parent kicking in or not. Drizzle.